Alright, good evening everybody. Another video coming to you from cities and suburbs. Can you be here? Little calm jazz music. If you can find some calm, given the last day or so in Worcester, big tragedy in Worcester. We lost a Worcester policeman, and there was a young boy, if you will. He was visiting from from Virginia, by the way, and who drowned at Green Hill Park in Green Hill Pond. Unfortunately, a police officer that responded to the call, which there was several police officers, so it seemed like there were people swimming in Green Hill Park and Green Hill Pond, and young kids started going under, and several adults, really didn't know what to do, so they called the Worcester police. The Worcester police valiantly dove in to Green Hill Pond to try to save the kids that were swimming in there. And it was such a sad day in Worcester. 3 of the kids were pulled out. Unfortunately, one young man, 14 years old, Troy Love, visiting from Virginia, went for a swim, and several police officers, jumped into the pond. And if you've been to Green Hill Park, it is a vast pond. I used to go fishing up there when I was a kid. It's known for its big carp, big fish, and fishing derbies and things like that. But unfortunately, it's not a pond that has a lifeguard and things like that. So, you had 4 kids go in, and 1 kid drowned, along with a police officer that succumbed to drowning trying to save those kids in the water. You can go look it up on Mass Live and all the news stations. I thought it was tragic. It is Green Hill Park is a route sometimes I will take home. I work on Lincoln Street, so I come up Duxbury Road, and so that was the way I was going to take home yesterday, and there was a police car blocking the entrance to Green Hill Park, which is, and I thought that was strange, and then there was all these, so I turned around and come down Lincoln Street, and there was state police cars and Worcester police cars, and unfortunately, the officer was a 38-year-old police officer, 5-year veteran of the force, that succumbed to drowning, along with a 14-year-old boy that succumbed to drowning. And this is the time of year, and so wasn't January. You think about what the consequences are when you swim in the summer, right? Early summer, we hear about these things all the time. Drownings, in the early spring, late spring to early summer, and you hear conversely in the wintertime, us going out onto the water, walking or skating or whatever, and all of a sudden we're in the water, and winter it's thin ice, And in summer, as soon as it never gets old. It never gets old. So what I would say is, you have to, when you enter into the water, you're either wading, you're swimming, whatever. There's no fault, by the way, to anything that happened. Those were natural occurrences that happened in Worcester. But I find it a very solemn place because that is where the Massachusetts Vietnam War Memorial is. And we now have to recognize this as a place that, a young boy drowned, and the Worcester police officer, one of the Worcester police officers that dove into that pond to try to save whomever. And this Worcester police officer has a family, a wife, a couple of kids, and very solemn flipping day. And I love Green Hill Park, and now I'm as a Worcesterite, my heart goes out to the Worcester Police Department and the Love family, whom lost their 14-year-old child. Should it have happened? Should it have not happened? We don't know that. We're not judging that, but I just am kind of beside myself because I've always seen, as a kid growing up in that neighborhood, as Green Hill Park and Green Hill Pond as a friendly place. And it's hard tonight, you guys. It's really hard. And so I'm going to leave you with this. Please honor both lives of the Loves and the Familiar family that lost their loved ones. And that's all I have to say tonight in song, okay? And Kenny B here checking in and check it out from cities and suburbs. Be safe, let's be safe out there, guys, all right? Everybody was trying to be safe. You go to Green Hill Park and you just want to have fun. It's a great park. And it's a historic park. The Green family and that donated all those acres of land 100 years ago. And to hear this happening, it's no one's fault. Things happen. But, let's make sure we always watch out for our kids, and realize too that law enforcement, the fire department, our municipal services are there to look over you and to protect you. And that's exactly what happened yesterday, for better, for worse. And so I salute the officer and all the officers, and my condolences to this young boy that drowned and his family. I'm going to think about that for as long as I live. Because you look around and say, wow, I've been this lucky to make it this far. Things can flip just like that. Right? All right, guys. Take care, and Kenny B here, signing off from Cities and Suburbs. See you next time, hopefully with a bit better news. Sorry. A bit better news. And take care, guys. Goodbye.